excited to be announcing my Powerful Parenting Retreat. This is running in September, the second weekend of September. So we're about 9 weeks away as of right now. The weekend after Father's Day. Let me share with you quickly why I think this retreat is so needed and why I would love for you to be there. We're going to cover quite a few layers at this retreat. The first part, we're going to work on you as a parent, and we're even going to really go through some of your wounds, because you know, one of the main reason why our children trigger us the way that they do is because they touch wounds in us that we haven't healed yet. And if we just heal those wounds, the child can no longer trigger them. When those wounds have, at least, even if they're not completely healed, they've been given some attention to, it completely changes the perspective that you're able to parent from. There's like a space between you and the child now, whenever you're speaking with them or needing to correct a behavior, for example, that used to be filled with your pain. But now you've actually been able to heal some of that pain. And so even when the child shows that behavior or talks to you in that way, for example, it no longer triggers you at all. So I really want to work on you as a parent first, if you can become more whole yourself and more healed, then it will completely change your whole family just right there. The second part is we're going to touch on your values as a parent, and something I have realized in all of my work over the last couple of years and working really closely with some families and parents and at my workshops all around the country and stuff like that, is that so many parents are so exhausted, and I do not believe it's normal. But I think I've worked out exactly why everyone is so exhausted, and it's because too many of us are parenting outside of our own values. A parent will say to me, this is how I parent, this is what, and I say, why do you do that? And so often, why is that behavior not okay to you? Why do you need to correct that behavior? Why are you putting your energy into focusing on the fact that your child, is, let's say, back chatting all the time? Does it matter to you that they say something back to you? Does that actually matter? Or have you just been programmed by your parents or society that a child should never speak back to an adult? So, what I find is so many parents, don't even know what their own values are. So I'm going to take you through a process where you get to realize what kind of adult do you want to raise. You're not raising children, you're raising adults. What kind of person do you want them to be? And then we have to make sure that the way you're parenting actually provides an environment that helps shape them into, or encourages them to grow into that kind of person. If you want to have an outspoken, confident, follow their dreams kind of child, then you cannot parent them in a way that doesn't allow them to backchat to you sometimes, they're not really backchatting, they're speaking back, they're being outspoken, they're speaking out. But if you label it backchatting and you give them consequences for that, then you can't expect to give consequences for a child who speaks out and then produce an outspoken person later on. Okay. By the same token, you can't if you can't expect to have a child that has a voice, that speaks their thoughts into the world, that chases their dreams, that follows their heart, if you find their little childhood imaginary stuff boring, if you don't really engage with them in those moments and really allow them to feel validated in some of their crazy ideas, and if it's just kind of child talk to you, then that child is going to start, they feel that energy, they're going to cut back on their dreams. They're going to be careful when they speak up because they feel judged and criticized and things like that, okay? There's so many things, but the question is, what kind of person do you want to raise? And if you want to raise that kind of person, how would that person need to be parented so that they could actually become that kind of person? So I can't wait to do that. It's my favorite part, okay? And we'll create a parenting manifesto as part of that. And the other thing is, I really want to help touch on connectedness with children, okay, particularly as they get older, but the foundations are all set up as they are. So it doesn't matter what age your children are, you're going to get something out of this, okay? I want to help really release some of those triggers so that you can hold space for your child as they deal with life, as life knocks them down. If their pain causes you pain, it changes, and it basically very dramatically limits your ability to hold space for them. Because if in their vulnerable moments it hurts you, you will feel uncomfortable. You literally feel your own pain, not because you're actually in pain, but because they triggered some of your old pain that you still carry with you as baggage. And in that moment, your child feels it. They may not say it, but I promise you they feel it. And this is where you breed connectedness, or you start limiting connectedness, okay? Because if you, without even realizing, if you say things like, oh, I hate that you're so sad, or you say things like, it hurts me to see you this hurt. I know your intentions are the best, okay? But what we don't realize is that language sends a subconscious message to the child. And what happens is now the child not only has their own emotions to deal with, but now they absolutely feel responsible for your emotions. They feel responsible for how they're making you feel. And they don't want to make you feel sad. They don't want to, if they think to themselves, when I'm sad, it makes mum sad, or, when I'm hurt, it hurts my dad, or, mum hates to see me this way, or whatever, they will start limiting their sad. They'll go, you know what? I don't really want to make my mum sad, so I just won't let her see that I'm sad. Or I don't really want to hurt my dad. I don't really want my dad to, respond the way that he does sometimes when he gets really hurt over seeing me hurt. So do you know what? I'm going to limit how much I show them that life is hurting me right now. Not only because it just teaches them not to be vulnerable. So I really want to open up this space where, as a little community, we can have such deep discussions. We can talk about your children specifically. There'll be so many activities and things that we do that just has an ongoing discussion all weekend, so we can get into some really deep stuff with with principles that will completely increase the harmony in your home and really deepen the connectedness of your relationship with your children. And then of course we're going to cover all the normal behavioral stuff and love languages and how to discipline your child and how to build their self-esteem, and what if their self-esteem is already damaged, how do you build it back, all these kind of things, okay? So we'll cover everything. We're going to have 2 full days together. So I didn't want anyone to miss out on this retreat for money. I really didn't want money to be the reason that any family misses out on this. So here's what we're doing. If you book before August the 15th, there is an early bird discount, $250 per person saving. So if you come as a couple, you'll save $500 right there. But then what I've done is I've taken that step further because I want to encourage you to come as a couple. I really beg for you, please, where possible, please, husband and wife or partners, please, spouses, please come together. Whoever lives in the home with this child, please, if you can, come together. And to incentivize you to do that, I've done another $250 discount if you book as a couple. That's not you and a friend, that's you and your partner, okay? So you'll save $750 if you come as a couple, okay? You've got to August the 15th. And then finally, if you're one of the first 20 people to book, this is only for the first 10 couples or 20 people, I will also cover all of your accommodation and food. The only thing you'll need to pay for yourself will be alcoholic drinks if you decide to have a few drinks on the Saturday night. I will cover your accommodation and your food, okay? And then in addition to that, I've also given some payment plan options. So if you pay it off either up front or only over 3 payments, then your price is as it is. If you need longer to pay so that the payments are smaller, what I've done is I've made a payment plan over 6 months, which means you're not even near paying this off at the time that you come to the retreat, but that's okay with me. I feel like that's my gift I get to give your family because I just want you to be there, okay? And so there is a 10% surcharge fee for that, so you do pay slightly more, but it's still not full price, right? And if you book right now, you're still saving, hundreds of dollars. So if you do that, the prices are as low as $63 a week. $63 a week. Anyone can find that money anywhere in their budget. I really believe that. I thought to myself, do you know what? I really feel really good about the fact that families that normally wouldn't be able to attend this, that might need it the most, will be able to attend this. I believe everyone can do that. If you have any dramas though, can you please reach out to me? Please, send me a message, connect with me, and I'm happy to have discussions with you around how we can help you be there if there are any further issues. But I'm looking forward to spending a whole weekend with you. Let's immerse ourselves in parenting. Let's really take it seriously. Let's really think about the kind of people we're raising, and more importantly, our level of connection with them as we raise them. So I look forward to sharing the whole weekend with you. Second weekend of September. It's in Victor Harbor, so just an hour out of Adelaide. You'll obviously need to make your own way to Adelaide if you're not from here. But I promise you, it will be the greatest investment in your family that you have ever made. Now, I look forward to sharing the weekend with you. Details are at thehollyeffect.com/events, and I will see you soon.